Good day, everyone. Well, here we are again, once again, Sugar Shack. I am out here going to some stuff I collected 2 days ago. Rose up yesterday pretty good, so I collected what I could, and then I boiled it down what I have. Probably only have maybe 200 gallons in the max right now. Has not been a very favorable season this year for doing syrup. I've finally got all my pre-orders filled. I think I'm about 70 liters of sap I have made, or sorry, 70 liters of syrup I've made so far. Boiled them up yesterday, but not sure how much the sap will be running today, as it's pretty rainy out. We had quite the thunderstorm last night. I think most of Ontario has been hit with some pretty crazy weather the past week here. So I need to go out and check my sap barrels later on today. It's kind of drizzly today. So I'm just trying to get through some sap before I run out there, and we'll see how it excuse me, see how it goes. Hello, how you doing today? Thanks for dropping by. And here at the Sugar Shack, making some syrup. Got the big evaporator here, fire it up. It's supposed to be 14 degrees today, so I'm hoping. Hey Jen, what's going on? Good morning. Thanks for dropping in. Chilling out in the Sugar Shack today, because why not? Did you guys get a big thunderstorm last night? We had 2 of them roll through last night. It's supposed to be 14 degrees here today, so I'm hoping the sap does flow, but I'll be checking later on once I get some of this boiled down and see how it goes. I'll give you a quick tour of the shack. I don't know if you actually seen the full thing. You probably have from some of the videos here, but this is the big monstrosity here we have going. It's blowing off some good sap here. Lots of steam. And then here's my smaller pan over here as well. Today I'm keeping the pan pretty low actually. I usually keep the pan a little deeper with sap, but the less sap you have in there, the faster it boils off. So I'm trying to do a little less sap today so she boils faster. So I want to get through this sap pretty quick today. Actually, I know the thunderstorms. Yeah, we had 2 thunder lightning storms last night. Both it was pretty crazy. But didn't freeze up much last night. I just checked my one barrel that's in walking distance, and it's running very slowly. So I'm hoping that we do get some sap today, because I haven't got close to 100 liters, which is pretty thing. Thanks for sharing, Jen. Appreciate it. That's awesome. Yeah, so it's really hot in here today. Usually when it's colder out, it's not so bad. But with 14 degrees out, it's hot in here. That's why I'm sitting over by the door a bit more, so it's a bit cooler here. I'll be loading the evaporator up here in a minute here with some more wood, and going through it. Not too much this year because we haven't made much syrup, so let's have a good stock in here. And on the other side here as well, we have quite a bit of wood left. So most of that's softwood over there, and over here on this side it's all hardwood. So I'm hoping with the hardwood it lasts a bit longer. We're not going to blast too much. Ideally, if I can get the same amount of syrup last year with less wood, I'd be pretty happy with that. But I think we're going to be cutting the season pretty short here. It's pretty up and down here. So I'm just trying to set my phone down here so I can grab some more wood to stock up the evaporator here. I really need a tripod for my little phone here. So I'll just set you up there, and I'll grab some wood, and we'll toss some more wood in here. I feel like this is that fire channel you can watch at Christmas time with a fire with a guy stalking the wood. Sit back, relax, fight fire. So I was telling people before that I usually last year I used to put way more wood in here, but I've been doing a lot less wood, and it's been burning a lot better, and getting way better boil. I was fine with jam packing the wood in there. It was way too much. I couldn't get much very good of a boil. Yeah, we do have a bit of snow. South of us, it was mostly ice, but we got about 8 inches of snow with about few millimeters thickness of ice on top. But with this warm today, I'm hoping that it's going to melt away and disappear. How about you guys up there? How did you guys fare up? Did you guys lose power? Or were you guys okay? It was, south of us got hit hard. I had to go down to Fallon Falls on Monday to go to my rental house to clean up a tree. And from Irondale to Kinmount, there were so many pine trees all falling down over the road, over the power lines. It was crazy. Good morning, PJ's Homestead. How are you doing today? If you want, just toss your name in there so I know who you are, because I don't know many people's names. I just know most people by their names they have. We have my trusty syrup maker down here, Bean. She's probably just gonna head down and she's gonna go have a nap with the nice warm weather in here. Wow, that's a lot of ice. I was fishing. Catch any fish? That's Paul and Jason. Okay, good to know. Hi, Paul and Jason. Awesome. Nice to meet you guys. Thanks for dropping by. Where are you guys from? I'm just going to put some more wood in this front evaporator here. Time to put it up. I don't have my glasses on, so it's hard to read the little text here in the comment box. So if I pause for a minute and not say anything, it's because I'm trying to read what it says. So with this evaporator, I've got a fan on it, so I need to shut the fan off and let it stop spinning before I open the door. If I open the door too soon, it blows out like a big dragon. Actually, there's still quite a bit of wood in here, so we can just let it sit for a bit longer here. All right. We're ready to sit back and chill for a few minutes here while it boils down again. Okay. Awesome, New York steak. Well, thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. And there's John from New York, and they have traveled to Alaska. Oh, wow, Alaska. That'd be awesome. I've always wanted to head up to the Yukon Territories, Alaska, and check it out. I used to, farthest north I've been is just north of Prince George in BC. So I've been over towards Mackenzie, where I went skiing at Powder King Resort. And then I've been all the way over towards Smithers. Supposed to have a job up there and went for a job interview, but didn't take it. It's middle of nowhere. But it's all good. Yeah, the north is really nice up that way. So what's everyone up to today? How do you guys get any stormy weather down there in New York? Because I know we got hit hard the past few days here. Yeah, well, I know a lot of people are just getting their power on after 5 days and cleaning up their mess. Jacob, too, and a guy. Thanks for dropping by, everybody. I think this most people have had on live chat before. I really don't do many live chats often because I'm too busy out in the garden and doing other things. But sitting here and hanging out by the evaporator, I always throw a live on just to hang out with everybody. Hey, Jacob, how you doing? Where are you from? Let me know. Seeing a lot of new people here. Awesome. Yeah, we got some lightning and thunder last night. Don't really get thunderstorms this time of year, but it's all good. Last year, I was saying last week that I have my greenhouse planted fully right now, but we'll see what happens. I've got some Salanova lettuces I've got outside today. I just put outside to harden off a bit. We're doing veggie boxes this year, and we have I think close to 10 to 12 boxes this year, which we've never done. So I'm kind of freaking out because I told people we'd have stuff for the May long weekend, which I'm thinking I'm not going to buy now. If I had stuff in the ground by now, I'd probably be okay. So we may be funding some money, or I don't know what the plan is right now. But anyways, you have to go with what the weather throws at you. Yeah, we do lots of stuff up here. We do the maple syrup is one of our big things. We do a market garden. So we've been doing the Bancroft Farmers Market the past, I think this will be the fourth or fifth season doing the market. We have a pretty big following here. We do animals. So we just got our water buffalo back that we butchered. So we'll be selling a water buffalo, which is exciting. We picked up a cow 3 weeks ago from the butcher, and we've never done like just selling cuts, but we're almost halfway sold out of our cuts from the cow already. It's a big, a lot of people are looking for it. They're tired of the grocery store food and gross stuff, so everyone is coming checking us out. We're in our area here in Bancroft. We're the only ones doing market gardening. It's all rock around here. We're pretty lucky because it's sandy and more soil where we are. We tap 400 trees right now. I was hoping to get more tap, but the problem is if I go farther back, the slope is pretty flat, so I can't get enough vacuum on my lines. It's all lines down to collection point. So I am Indiana. Very cool. So yeah, I can't go back much farther. Along our Sugar Bush Road, I could probably go down a bit farther this way, but then I have to hike buckets up. So I could probably get another 100 taps in that area, I think. But just trying to get that stuff all hauling up the hill is not the greatest thing. My goal was to have most things on 316 drop lines all the way down to certain collection points, so that I did not have to hand bomb anything, because it was way too much. The first season we just had blue barrels, and we had a hand bomb from sap from the blue barrel into our tote on the 4-wheeler, bring it back, hike it up a ladder into our totes. But 2 years ago, I got 1,000-liter totes. I put some some fittings on it, so I could pump it into my tote. And we have a big milk tank now that we can pump into our tote. Good morning, Stitches. How are you guys doing? Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. I'll show you my big storage tank here as well. It's just out beside us here. So yeah, our Sugar Bush is all along there. It's all sloped down. And then we have one line running along the fence line there. So that's the property line up there. So what we do is I put in my 4-wheeler tote, which is in the garage, and I bring it back, and I have a line here that we pump up into our milk tank here. So I think it's supposed to be 800 gallon. I don't think it is. That's what the farmer told me when I bought it. But last year I was always full. It was hard to keep up. So then yeah, we pump it into this little hole here, which I have a little filter on. And then it drops into our milk tank here. So you can see the sap sitting in there. I've gone through quite a bit today, actually. So I'm hoping to blast through most of this by the end of the day. And that'll be a laugh. And so this tank is probably worth like $2,000. I got it for 200 bucks. It's pretty awesome. We got a good deal on that. The farmer didn't know what he wanted, so we just offered him 200 bucks. Just try to read the comments here, guys. Saw trees. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well, actually, when I first started, I had about 40 trees all on an open fire. So after 10 years, I've come a long way. This is a totally new property for me 4 years ago. So I set everything up myself. Thanks, Jen. Yeah, it's a pretty good setup. I would love to get like a vacuum pump so I could pull a vacuum pump back this way. But we'll see what happens. Oh, I just entered a new thing. I can press on a comment and it highlights it. Yeah, it's a pretty good setup here. Ideally, I would like to get set up a sugar shack in the bush there, so that I can just have the slab come down instead of having to haul it back. It would cut out one extra step for myself and a little less back-breaking work here. Okay. Yeah, thanks, guys. Hit the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Try and get some more subscribers here. My subscriber count's been kind of flat. Same with the views, but it's all good. That's the way she goes. Yeah, it was a pretty good deal. I mean, we got the milk tank from him, and what else? I think we used to buy some hay, or we bought something else from him a few years ago. So yeah, we got a pretty good deal on it. Yeah, it is a lot of hard work. Well, it's hard work when you're out there in the bush. You got to tap your trees, and then you have to haul your sap back. But if you have a vacuum press, it's a lot, or a vacuum system to suck stuff back, it's a lot easier. And it's a lot easier if your sugar shack is in the bush where it all flows down, so it's a lot less work. But it works for what we do here. Some days it's a lot more work than I want to do, but that's the way it goes. What else was I going to say? Yeah, so setting the taps up, setting the lines up. Setting the lines up the first while takes a bit of work because you have to wrap them around the trees. But once they're up, they're up. You just have to tap them and take them out at the end of the season. Here in Canada, you're allowed to use isopropyl to sanitize your lines. And the States, you're not allowed to, which I don't know why, because it's just alcohol, which is kind of odd. And then what happens is, start of the season, when I tap the trees, let the sap flush all that alcohol out. And then once it's flushed out, then I can stick my tubes into my barrels, and then it's ready to rock and roll again to collecting sap. I am using the CDL Max Flow. They're the white ones. Apparently, you're supposed to get 7% more sap out of them. I have no idea if that's true or not because I'm not one of those geeky guys. But yeah, I've been using Max Flows for quite a number of years, and they seem to do really well. You're supposed to get about 3 years out of them, then you're supposed to replace them, just because you get bacteria and stuff in them. So I replaced half of them this year, and they seem to be good. And as well, after 2 or 3 years, once you hammer them in, some of the taps have been bent, like the spout is bent a bit. So I need to put some new spiles in so that they weren't all bent up and buggered up. But you can tell if you're starting to get brown on your taps, it's definitely time to switch your taps out because that's bacteria that's in there. And you don't want that getting back into the trees and harming the trees. So I was cheap this year because I only did 100. So next year I'll probably do the next 200 because the last 100 I did was last year. So they'll have a few years of using. Yeah, the guys are in, I think you said Pennsylvania. I think you can make setup down in Pennsylvania. I think the trees go down that far. All right, I'm just gonna run over to the other evaporator here and check on the wood situation. This year too, I've been letting this wood boil a little longer, the wood burn a little longer before I stock it up. So here we go. I don't know if you can see through the steam, but the back pan is boiling nicely. And we got a float box here too. So this is awesome. So from the milk tank, actually I'll run outside real quick and show you how this whole setup works for the guys that have not seen this before. So with the milk tank here, we have our spout that comes out here. And this is a pain in the butt for me because when it freezes overnight, this all freezes up. It takes me like half an hour to unthaw it. But what I've been doing is just taking the clamp off and draining the hoses and draining all my pre-warming lines. So then I'm not having my pipes freeze on me, which has happened once already this year. So yeah, it flows down through here, gravity fed. And then it comes back into the sugar shack here. Ideally, I want to put a window in here too so I can see better. So it comes through here and then down through this copper pipe here. And then it comes through and it preheats through the steam here. So you can feel it's really cold here. And as it comes down, it gets warmer, warmer, warmer. And then down to this part here, which goes in the float box. And what this does, this has a little float on it. So as the sap boils down, the float drops and it lets more sap in until the float goes up. And so it's just basically automatic. I can walk away, go to the bush, collect some sap, come back, and just not have a problem at all. It's pretty awesome. Okay. Thanks for subbing, PJ, Paula, and James. That's awesome. Appreciate it. Okay, just catch up on the comments here. Yeah, you may be having drilling too big of a drill in your taps too, Jen. You might have to check that out to a smaller drill. I think for mine, they're 3/16 taps, and it's a 1694 drill bit I think I used for that one. Yeah, pool notes sounds like a good idea. I'm actually, what I tried doing last year, funny enough, is I brought one of my heating pads out, and I think it died on me, but I was going to put it on overnight and just keep it warm so it doesn't melt off. But I'll definitely look into pool noodle. That's a good idea. Okay. Oh, thanks for sharing my live stream. Appreciate it. Jen, anytime you're down this way, you want to drop by, come on down. Darren was down here last year from Thorhaven. He dropped in and checked it out. But yeah, anytime you want to come check out our setup here, Jen, you're more than welcome. I'd love to meet you in person. Okay, I'm just getting to set this up here again, and I will get some more wood here quickly. So you're always on the move, usually when you're making maple syrup. You're always checking your fire, checking how much sap you have coming in, making sure that your boil is constant.
some days I have a hard time with my boil keeping it constant, but today seems to be doing pretty good. Like I said, I'm keeping a lot less sap in my pan so that I have a better boil. And I have better evaporation rate with less sap in it. So it's pretty awesome. Okay, there's that one there. We will head back to the other side here quickly and load up this evaporator here. See if I can do this so my phone doesn't fall off. I just need to grab some wood from the other side quickly. I've been using a lot of hardwood in this evaporator more than softwood, so it lasts a bit longer. All right, back again. All right, back. So I was going to see if I can catch up comments here again. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate it. Thanks for dropping by, stitching it up. Appreciate it. Oh wow, everybody's commenting so quickly here. It's hard to read. Okay, so usually what I do is yeah, wood stoves are good. I know some people boil on the wood stove just on top. It takes a bit longer, but it's another good way to boil sap if you have to. So one thing I like to do, if my evaporators are acting up some days, just because of the barometer, or can't say the pressure in the earth, if it's certain ways that you can have different boil times and temperatures. So what I like to do is if my evaporator's not boiling hot enough, I like to use a bit of old pine, because that just really fires up fast and you get a lot of pine and a lot of heat off the pine there. And then once it gets going again, I'll start using hardwood again or some better wood. I was going to say, we have the wood boiler outside. I love that for our heat. You stock it twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. You can crank your heater as high as you want, and you burn through the same amount of wood regardless. The only problem we have in our house is when they did their addition, they didn't put any heating system really on the one side. So we have talked to a plumber, and we're going to get some rads for the basement, so that we can have some heat from the boiler going through those rads too, so the house will be warmer on that side where the kitchen is, because we need to wear slippers some days because it's so cold on our feet, because the one door is not working well and the wind comes through it. We need to replace some doors down there as well, but that's down the road. We have too many other projects on the go. Yeah, like I said, guys, if you guys ever want to come down, let me know. I am always open up for having people come on down and check it out. Give you a full farm tour. You can check out the water buffalo, our cows. We actually just picked up a new milking cow 3 days ago. I've been meaning to make a quick video on that, but I haven't had time. But so the situation here is we've sold out of all our beef until like 2027 again. So we had to butcher two of our cows that were cows that were raising calves for us, because one was getting sick, so we decided to butcher her. So we had, instead of wasting her, our other one, Piper, we had to butcher. She was being a bit of a jerk. She's a Jersey Angus, but we just got a new cow, new Jersey calf, not Jersey calf, sorry, a Jersey calf. She's 2 years old, and so we're just getting her into the routine of milking every day and our setup here. And I've made butter twice now since we've had her, because she has a nice thick cream line on her milk. Our other cow we have, she doesn't have much of a cream line, and they both came from the same dairy just close to Quebec. Yeah, come milk a cow. We use a milker, but we can definitely let you hand milk a cow for sure. I'm terrible at hand milking. When I first got here, Kristen's good at because she's had goats, so she can hand milk goats pretty quick and a cow. But I tried hand milking. By the time I got a cup of milk, Kristen had like 3 liters already milked. So it takes a bit of practice. But yeah, we have a small little milker that we have. Kristen bought a bigger milker off an auction, but we need to get some new parts for it. And so with the bigger milker, then we can do 2 cows at once. So we can separate 2 cows at nighttime. So we'll get like 40 liters of milk in one milking, which is crazy. So yeah, I made some butter last night, made some the day before. So I made 2.5 pounds of butter now. And then yeah, you've done it once. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's kind of interesting milking a cow or a goat. First time doing it's kind of weird. I've never been on a farm like this where we had animals. I've always had just veggies. But yeah, so once we get our big milker fixed up, we can have 2 cows out, milk them. And then once I get some time again, once the syrup season is done, which is funny because now it's going to be veggie season, with all this milk, I need to make some more cheese. So I made some Parmesan cheese a few years ago and it turned out really well. We've been eating that. Made farmhouse cheddar cheese. We've eaten both wheels of that, so I need to get on that, make some more of that cheese. I have a Gloucester cheese in the fridge right now, aging. I've got a Havarti in the fridge, aging. And I've done, what else have I done? I've got some Camembert. I've made 5 wheels out of it. And it's okay. It didn't get as creamy as I was hoping. It's still kind of hard in the center. So I need to make another round of that and see how that works. See if I can, excuse me, perfect that a bit. But honestly, we don't go to the grocery store anymore. It's very rare. In the winter, if we need veggies, we go once in a while. But I mean, we have all our canned goods here. We have all our milk that I can make cheese with, make our, yogurt with. What else? Butter. With milk, you make like 10 different products. It's crazy what you can do with it. And then we have all our meats now, our beef, our pork. We have chickens. We have all our chicken eggs too. Once the chickens stop laying, we butcher those ones. So we have our own chicken there. Thanks, fantastic energy. Yeah, 5 Red Bulls. No, I'm kidding. I've been sitting here the past few days, it's bored out of my mind. So I'm like, may as well just do a live. So I can entertain myself and show people what I'm doing here. Because it's one thing to see in videos, but when you can actually see the live and see the walk around and see what I'm doing, it's kind of fun. I'd love to take it out to the bush and show you guys my setup out there live, but we'll see what happens. Maybe one day when I have time, I can run out there and do that. Butter here is now $8 a pound. Yeah, it's ridiculous. A friend of ours was getting some cream from a friend of hers who has a dairy, and she was said when we didn't have any butter, she was selling it to us for $5 a pound for fresh farm butter. But now we have our own again. I know, no Red Bulls for me. I don't drink that stuff. I had years ago when I lived in Whistler, I drank it once in a while, but it does not work for me. Yeah, food prices are getting so ridiculous now. There's no need for it. Honestly, it's all inflated to make people broke and poor and not be able to eat. That whole population agenda. I'm not sure how much I can say on YouTube on that stuff before they shut me out or give me a strike, because I don't really talk about that kind of stuff. But yeah, even going to our local No Frills here. No Frills is supposed to be one of the cheaper places to go, and still you walk in and you're like, a box of cereal. Like, we don't buy cereal, but it's like $6, $7, $8 for a box of cereal, which is pure chemicals. It's all by design. You got that right. And oh, funny. So Kristen wanted me to buy a bag of grapes yesterday or the day before because she was going to do some April Fool's joke with the kids. Bag of grapes, $11 for a bag of grapes. Are you kidding me? Ridiculous. So anyways, yeah, I put grapes in 2 or 3 years ago, and last year the one buying gave me like 50 bunches of grapes. So I won't be buying grapes. My goal is to make some juice from them, or maybe dehydrate them. I'm actually looking to get some more grapevines, some seedless ones, because these ones are seeded. But if I can get some seeded ones, I can do raisins and things like that with it. Yeah, wood stoves are great. Yeah, I just don't get the prices. I can't even walk in the grocery store now without like just shaking my head. I make my own sourdough too, so that helps out quite a bit. But yeah, I don't know how people can afford, like, we're getting by pretty okay here. Like, we're not rich by any means, but when you start producing your own food, it's a lot of work. But when you have a full cow you butcher, you stick in your freezer, you're good to go for the year. So what we usually do, we try to butcher 2 cows at once if we can. So we usually sell 1 cow off to someone or a few people, and then that pays for our cow as well. So we have our meat paid for. So it works out pretty good. Yeah, we do everything here. It's ridiculous. Getting much. I kind of need I need to hire someone because I don't have it's getting crazy here. But I don't have we're not making enough to hire someone. That's the problem. I think I mentioned earlier on that we're doing I think 10 to 12 veggie boxes this year. So that's making me freaking out a bit because we're doing the market as well, but trying to get those veggie boxes and having enough veg for that is I'm not stressed yet, but I need the snow to go so I can get some stuff in the ground. Ideally, I need another big, massive greenhouse here. I'd like to get a 30 by 100 to put over 8 of my beds, or no, it'd be 8, probably 16 beds I can fit into a 30 by 100 greenhouse. But trying to find the proper one that'll stand up to the snow in the winter, and then I'd have to put a heater in there to get started up earlier. But yeah, like I said, we're the only ones really doing any of this around here. We're the only ones in the market selling veggies. A few people bring some of their tomatoes here and there, but yeah, we are the only ones here cranking out veggies. There's another couple around this corner from us, Back 40 Homestead. They sell a bit of meat, but they're still both working full-time jobs. But yeah, I'm here full-time. Kristen drives the bus, and we haven't told too many people, but we're having a kid in late September, October. So she'll be going on mat leave, so that'll be kind of cool. And the goal is not to have her go back to work. We're in the process of buying another rental property, a duplex. I haven't really told many people, but I owned a campground previously to here, and I finally got my payout about 8 months ago. So I'm using some of that money to buy a rental house. So that brings I'm going to pay cash for it, and then have income coming in from that. So Kristen doesn't have to work. We can just farm full time and have that rental house be some of our income. And I have 2 other rental income properties as well with my brother, a 4-plex and another one. So that's hopefully be most of my income coming in there, so we don't have to stress so much. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna be an old grandpa dad. Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw, but that's the ring. It's kind of hard to see here. We pulled the trigger and got married in December in our greenhouse. I proposed to her. We went to the Maldives. If you've never been to the Maldives, I highly recommend it. I want to go back tomorrow. So I proposed to her the last day there because I was waiting and waiting, and I finally did it. And I said, if we're gonna get married, let's just get her done. So we surprised our parents and had it in the greenhouse here. And next gen, yeah, it was pretty nice. My mom was said it's the nicest wedding she's ever been to. I'm not into those big weddings, with 400 people, 200 people, and you gotta cater all the food and stuff. This was nice. We're probably gonna have a small little shindig sometime in the summer. Some friends and families over, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's the way it goes. It's yeah, just not the big wedding kind of stuff, kind of low key. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back here and check this boiler here again, or the evaporator. Still going good. And I'm just gonna take my ladle here. Usually what I do, sometimes I'll put my ladle in just to make sure I have enough stuff in the bottom still. And we're still good. And this one's still boiling good here. And I have a strainer here too. And usually what I do, there's a bit of gross foam on the top. I'll take that off, strain it, toss her down there. There we go. Easy peasy, just like that. So I will get some more wood in the evaporators again. I think it's so much time again. Yeah, Kristen and I, we haven't been anywhere in like 5 years. We took the kids to Costa Rica like 5 or 6 years ago. And we got some money gifted to us. And so we went to Maldives and did a new kitchen. So honestly, Maldives was so amazing. Like, if I could drop everything right now, I'd go there for like five weeks again, probably. Well, I was only there for a week, like just over a week, but I'd go back for like months, and I'd like to go to a whole bunch of different resorts. It's all inclusive. It was just most beautiful place I've ever been. It was so good. I just need to work on my editing skills for cooler tunnel videos. I'm
not very good at editing. I've learned a new technique that I'll be trying out some videos soon, hopefully, with every videos in. That I can do some cool effects on video editing. But I'm pretty straightforward when I edit my videos. They're kind of boring. Oh yeah, this one is loaded up. Okay, we'll check the other one again over here. Okay, so yeah, it's hard to get away. I've never really had animals, so I moved in with Kristen up here. And don't get me wrong, animals are cool, but I don't like animals because then you can't travel.
like I get the travel bug quite a bit. I love to go see places. There's so much in this world to go see, and yeah, I just need to go travel more. But it's really with the animals. We had a first trip we went to Maldives. Kristen's kids stayed here, and her mom came up and babysat them. He did all the chores. Second trip, we had a friend of mine who was going to look after the farm, and she flaked out. So we had a friend around the corner that said she'd help us out. So she came over, and it worked out well. Yeah, there's a lot of cool places in Canada, but honestly, Canada's nice and all. There's cool places, like the mountains are awesome. I love the ocean. But once you get to some of these tropical places, oh, nothing beats it. Like, I love the beach. I love the ocean. I like being in the warm ocean. You just can't go wrong with that. Thanks, Jen. I try my best to just fast and dirty, really, to get my point through. Yeah, thanks, BJ. J-Dog, New York. Yeah, I've been to New York City. I've been to New York State. I've been down to South Carolina, North Carolina. My one brother lives in California in Redding, so I've been there numerous times. I love California. What an awesome place. They've got everything there. Mountains, oceans, farming, desert. You name it, they got it. It's amazing there. I'll have to drop by your channel, DJ, Paul, and we'll have to check it out and see some of your stuff. Yeah. I wish I could adventure more. It's all good though. We have quite a bit of adventures here on the farm alone. So we had a goat actually last week. She got trapped in one of our fences here, electric fences that's not turned on for the winter, and almost choked herself out. Kristen came out in the morning and saw her wrapped around, so we took her inside, and the poor little goat, pretty much near dead. So she's been living in our mudroom in a baby crib, and she was doing pretty rough. Kristen's pretty good with helping animals get back to life, so she has been up and happy, the goat now. She's been talking, she's standing again, and she's super happy goat again. So we're just waiting for the warm weather to put her back out again, just so that we make sure that she's 100%. But yeah. Let's see comments here. Yeah, New York is pretty beautiful. Like driving all down through the road, through the mountains and all the trees and stuff. When I was in New York City, yeah, it's a city. I don't know, but I like the mountains and the oceans and the woods and hiking. So yeah, like Pennsylvania too is really nice down that way with all the stuff. I really want to get out to Maine and New England, all those states through there, and go skiing down through there, because that's been one of my bucket lists for like probably 20 years, and I haven't got down there yet. Yeah, all those states down there, they're gorgeous. Yeah, that's our part of homesteading for sure. But whatever. I mean, we have 75 acres, so if I get annoyed up here, I just jump on my four-wheeler and head to the back and take a chainsaw, cut some wood, or do some other things out in the woods, just hang out, take it easy. Yeah, you can totally rent your tiny house out for travel. We're lucky here too because we have a rental house on the property, which I need to go check on in a few minutes because the dehumidifier broke down. But yeah, we have a rental property here, which is awesome because it pays for our mortgage here, which is awesome. Okay, I put some wood in this big evaporator here. feel like it needs some wood in here. Oh, yeah, we're getting low, so we're gonna soft rough again. I can always tell when I'm getting low because stuff's boiling really heavy. Okay, I was going to check on the back one quickly. I'll be back in a minute here. All right, back one's still good there. All right. Yeah, I find like all like Eastern Ontario and Eastern states are pretty close, similar for like geography and their trees and things like that. Country life is the best life. Um, every time I go to Toronto, which is very, very, very rare now, it's probably been almost a year and a half, 2 years, I think, since I've been to Toronto. But I just get like, you get tensed up, you get a headache as soon as you're driving down. Don't get me wrong, like I like going to Toronto. It's cool to see the sights and sounds and whatnot. But just too many people, too many cars. It's just, man, I don't know how people do it living in a big cement jungle. It's not for me. I'm even going like Peterborough, which is where we have to go every 2 weeks to drop Kristen's kids off. I can't stand Peterborough. I can't stand that town. It's same thing. I go there, I just got like, get me out of here. I like the small towns. Yeah, like I went to college in Toronto like long ago when I was 19 or so, and it was pretty cool living there then. But there's so much to see and do. But I find going to the city, what I don't like about it is you gotta take down like $5,000 with you just so you can do anything that you want to do. And parking is ridiculous. It's like $50 to park for a day in a parking lot down there now. You gotta do a meetup, yeah, in the French River and yeah. We went to the homesteading conference last year in Renfrew, which I was hoping it was going to be there again this year because it's only 45 minutes for us. Oh, not Renfrew, it was in Denby, which is 45 minutes. But it actually in Brayside, I think, or Bray something, which is a little farther. It's maybe 2 hours, but it's still like this side of Ottawa, and that's a smaller town, I believe. So if it works out, I think it's May 10th, if I recall. We may head there if we have time. But we're doing 4 markets already this season before the market even starts. So we did a CD Saturday 2.5 weeks ago, and we have CD Sunday we're doing this weekend. It was canceled last weekend due to the freezing rain. And then we have Easter market, and then we have one other market we're doing before our cold season swings. How many gallons of syrup did I make a season? So every year I've been going up. My first season was 14 liters on like 6 pots over the fire. And then last year we were at 228 liters. So whatever that works out to be a gallon. How many gallons, I'm not sure. It's 4 liters, 3.8 liters per gallon. So fair bit. Yeah, so it's a seed swap. And so we took our seeds, we took some soap, we took some beef, which we sold out in an hour and a half. I took some of our seeding domes. I have a bunch of domes I need to get rid of. I took a bunch of the seeds I saved. We have soap we make. We make tallow balm now from buffalo lard. We sold a lot of that when we first made it. What else did we sell? Trying to think. Some seed starts I've had, like some basil, whatever. For this seed swap, I'm going to have some purple cauliflower ready. I'm going to have some some cilantro maybe ready, and a few other seed starts that I need to clear out of my basement because my basement is probably like 80 trays of seed starts right now. It's getting kind of ridiculous. That's why I was planning to plant my stuff like last year. I had stuff in the garden like last year. This time I was already planting cabbages into the garden because it was so warm last year this time. And I could probably almost get away with it now, but it's sorry, but it's still free too full at nighttime some nights. So I don't want to plant stuff. I could always use row covers, but I just don't want to risk killing all my stuff off. Hey John, I'd like to, but I was explaining earlier on that I don't have a bike. I can go farther back, but the problem is if I go farther back, I don't have enough slope to bring my sap back. I could tap along the bottom of my road where I have all my trees right now, but that would just mean having to log buckets up to fill in my totes, which I'm not into. I'm thinking about probably getting maybe a small SureFlow pump, maybe some solar power, so I can get 50, 60 trees hooked up and pump it up to one small area. But we'll see. Hey, thanks for dropping back again, BJ. And so yeah, 400 taps right now, John, and I like to expand. But the only problem with that is my evaporators I have, I'm basically maxed out for what I can do. Like on good flows, like last year, I got 6,000 liters of sap, I think, in 1 week. And I was boiling like a madman. It was like 12-hour days boiling. Some days it was 13, 14-hour days. So I'm kind of maxed out at how many taps I can do on my evaporators unless I upgrade to a bigger evaporator. John times 2, yeah, that's right. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm confused now. There's too many Johns in this area. Anyways, yeah. So, yeah, I'd love to tap more trees because, funny enough, we made more syrup last year, and I sold out faster. We sold out by probably mid to late August last year. The year before was August, or no, not August. Sorry, it was October by the time we sold out. But I have one girl. She's getting 15 liters from me. She ordered from us a few years ago, and she's finally out. Had a real estate agent that buys from me every year. She bought 12 250 mils and 20 500 mils. So I just dropped that off to her. And I had like 60 liters pre-ordered of maple syrup this year. So I finally caught up yesterday. So now this stuff, I need to save some for us because we usually keep 40 liters for us. And the way the season's going, I'm not sure how much longer we'll be going or how much the sap's gonna be running. Yeah, I need to figure out how to get it out because the problem is too, if it's deep snow, hiking through the snow with your snowshoes to go farther back, it's a pain in the butt. But I'll see what I can do. I might see what I can figure out for next year and make a game plan. You can never have too many Johns. That's right. All right, I'm going to go back to the other evaporator here and drop in some more wood. So things are looking good here, boiling away nicely. Just what I like to see. Some days I have a hard time with this pan to keep it in a full boil. But today, because like I said, I'm keeping the sap pretty low in there, it's been a full boil. I just blowing through the sap right now, which is what you want. All right, let's get this all set up here again. So sit back and relax by the fireside while I reload. Okay. You guys feel the heat there? It's nice and warm, eh? All right, now it's good to go. I'm going to leave you here for a minute. I need to grab some more wood quickly for the other evaporator. I'll be back in like 1 minute. All right. Yeah, thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate it. So yeah, the income potential is awesome. So most people are selling their syrup for $25 a liter, but we sell ours for $30 a liter. We still sell out more faster than anybody else. I have people specifically coming to me just for my syrup because it's so good. I don't do reverse osmosis because I'm a purist. If I did reverse osmosis, I could probably boil my sap down in like 20 minutes. But I like the wood fired. I like having the smokiness in there, and just being a purist. You know, it makes a difference in my opinion. A lot of guys will say taking reverse osmosis all the water out doesn't make any change to the flavor, but it does. Like, you're taking out minerals, you're taking out a lot of stuff there. Oh yeah, so the income potential, yeah. So $30 a liter we sell it for. So if I sold all 228 liters, I think that's close to $6,000. And a lot of people say you can't make money in syrup, but you can. So we bought this evaporator a few years ago when we first moved up here. We got it for $2,200. My back one, I got the oil tank from my uncle. My friend helped me weld it up. The flat pan I bought the first year was $500 for the flat pan, and I sold it. I sold most of my syrup to all my ski instructor buddies, and they paid for my pan the first year. So the biggest cost really is your evaporator. If you're buying a new one or used one, and then fixed cost is setting up. You know, buying your lines, setting that up. But once you have it up, your lines are good for like 15 years. Tops you have to change every 3 years, like I said. Hello there, Miss Lovely. Let me know what your real name is. No, my lovely. I think that's how you pronounce your YouTube tag. But yeah, let me know your real name, please. That'd be awesome. Yeah, but so once you get that set up, you're awesome. Like, I paid for all my equipment. Everything's paid for. The biggest cost every year really for me now is my bottles. Bottles aren't cheap. So I buy bottles every year. But I mean, you sell 30 liters of syrup, you pay for your bottles. And I usually get a few extras just in case I need extra bottles. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to check this evaporator here again for some more wood. And then I might have to head out in about 10 minutes, guys. I need to run down to the rental property and check on the dehumidifier and see what's going on. So I'll give you like 10-minute warning that I'll be busting out of here in a few minutes. I appreciate everyone coming in, and thanks for sharing the link, Jen. Meeting some new people here. Yeah, so the thing I was going to say is they say you're supposed to get a liter per tap, like a liter syrup per tap. But I've never found that. Like I said, we have 400 taps, and I only got 228 liters last year. I think it depends on everything: the weather, the year, how much moisture. There is, yeah, awesome. Thanks, Jen. Yeah, there's so much involved in making your syrup and trees and how it goes. So yeah, I was really hoping for like 300 liters last year because that would have been amazing. I would have just been like blown away by having that much syrup to sell and how people want it. Because like I said, I can't keep up. I could make probably 300 liters this year and probably sell out again by August, September easily. Which is a good problem to have, I guess. Yes, thank you. Nice to meet you too, P&J. Thanks for dropping by. I will have to check your channel out for sure. If you guys can, because I tried going through my live stream, my previous live streams to find a few people that I met, and it did not, couldn't find the comments. So if you guys can comment on one of my videos, just so I have your names and I can click on your link and drop out your channel, hit a sub and see what you guys are up to. Yeah, it is a great problem to have. Yeah, if you guys can just comment on one of my videos quickly, just so I have your names there, because I'm going to forget by the time I get off of this and do what I need to do. Then I can drop out your channel and see what everyone's up to. That'd be awesome, because there's one or two people I wanted to drop in on and see, but I didn't have their names handy, so it kind of sucks. But oh well. Yeah, okay, yeah, that works. Comment on the main section of the live stream. Perfect. Then I can find it a lot easier. I do my best to reply to every comment that everybody comes in. Unless they're just like, cool video or whatever. Awesome, thanks. I will be once I get some time, I'll check out your videos too. PB&J's Homestead Adventure. Yeah. So I've been having a hard time watching videos lately just because I'm so busy doing stuff. I feel bad because people watch my stuff and then I don't watch their stuff just because it's yeah, I don't know. I find I just get caught up in doing everything here. I just sort of sit in front of my computer. I'm usually by the time the day's down on the beach, and me and Chris will watch an hour of TV and it's bedtime. I'm using the CDL 516 blue lines. I don't know. They have like 2 or 3 different blue lines. They're the 316s. What I should be doing though is I should feel bad. I know. So right now, most of my lines are 316 drops to the lateral lines, but they say you should really do 516 drops to your lateral lines because what happens is with the thicker tubes, you don't get the sap sucking up at nighttime, taking bacteria into the trees. So I've got some trees like that, but I didn't know that until after I'd set my lines up. So I'm not replacing all my T connectors. It's way too much time and effort to go through and cut every single line up and put new ones in. And yeah. Yeah, honestly, what I've been doing a lot of nighttime is I've been uploading some stock photos to some stock websites to make pennies off a photo, and then I'm nonstop. I'm trying to make a lot of money right now so I can relax later in life. When I say later in life, I mean like a year from now. Good luck with that. But yeah, we watch Netflix. We don't have TV. I don't like watching TV. I do. I mean, you get into all the cool series, but then you get into conspiracy theories, and then how I don't know, all the TV shows. They're all like brainwashing you somehow. So yeah, I watch it for all the symbols and all that stuff now on in all the videos and TV I watch. It is pretty addictive. We've been catching up on some what is it? Actually, I think on Prime Video we've been watching Law and Order. We like our Law and Order. Yes, YouTube friends are way better than TV anyways. You got that right. All right, guys. So I think I'm going to end the stream now because I need to get down to the rental house quickly. I was supposed to do that 2 days ago and things just creep up. And which is funny because it's like a 30-second walk. It's right beside our house. So I had no excuse why I shouldn't have gone down. But anyways, thanks for dropping in, everybody. Don't forget to leave a comment after the feed is done so I can contact you guys and get in touch with your channels and check you all out. Thanks for dropping by. Hope you guys all have an amazing day. And I'm going to smell like syrup for the rest of the day now. We'll see you all guys later. And this is me signing off. Thanks. See you later, Jen.